Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. So today I'm going to try to play on Super Famicom, by the way, it's not Super Nintendo. And hello King, thank you for watching this. So today I'll continue Chrono series. It will be the second game and obviously not a Chrono Cross, which is actually the third game. There's officially three games. Yeah. There's also a fun-based game, which is something like Crimson Echo, but I'm not going to play it. It was not created by original teams, so people who were related to Chrono. So here it is. The game is actually short, so I might be able to get the first ending today. If not, I test already. Saving is working. Okay, I'm turning off the music 1 second. Enable notifications, same as usual. And as it's first time when I'm playing on Super Famicom, so there might be some problems. Like when I was playing, what was this? Wait a second, I will start and recall 1 second. Notification done. So what I was playing last time? Yeah, One Project J. It was the second game in series, and there was a problem. Obviously, all these games were translated from Japanese, and usually translation is not quite compatible with real consoles. Well, they're working perfectly on emulators, but nobody tested it here. But as you know, I'm playing only on real hardware, so... By the way, where is it? So there might be problems. Anyway, the game is short, so if I stuck somewhere in the middle, not able to progress, I'll simply save, switch back to emulator, and maybe continue tomorrow. That's what I will do. Okay, I also didn't check anything on Twitch, how it's streaming from this new console. I already found several problems, but let's start and see. So right now on my stream screen I can see that the black is not true black, but here on my phone it's good. Okay, I will read it. It was then that I opened the notebook my mother had given me. She said she found it by cleaning out the closet. Crumbling and covered with dust, it turned out to be the diary of my land-lost grandfather. Seems okay? That's good. And you just got a new rank. Congratulations. Do you still remember? Now we first met and all of our adventures since. It all seems like such a dream nowadays. You were a piece of a star that fell from the sky. And by the way, all music here is from Chrono Trigger and future Chrono Cross. So in Chrono Cross there's no original soundtrack, it's from this game. Whenever I want to return to those days long ago, I close my eyes and whisper your name into the evening sky. Kid. Kid. Where's my chat? I'll better place it right here so I can see it. Kid. Hey kid! Well, obviously this game is half like visual novel, half RPG, so it will be like I'm reading some book. Anyway, are you ready kid? I know you're anxious, but stay on your toes. Yeah, likewise mate, mess up and I'm leaving you behind. Come on, Majel. That Buster Linz is gonna get what he deserves. Say your prayers, not that I'll do you any good. And by the way, this module, it sounds like Magus, isn't it? Because it's really him. You'll see it. So here it is. The game was released in 1996 by Square. Let Trevor's Genter, I don't know what is this. Anyway, let's start it. Text speed, usually I'm using the fast, and it just almost constant displayed. So normal is really slow, so fast. Boy, did your formation help? I thought the perimeters counterspell would be quite a problem. It's braid away gently from side to side in the cool nighttime breeze. So far, we managed to slip through the magical shield network undetected and sneak into Link's domain. Still, this inner region can make for some pretty rough travel. Kid, Magil, and I comprise this party of 3. And by the way, here I will check myself. The sound, 1 second please. Yeah, sounds right. Well, it's been sometimes like 3 years since Kid and I met. Back then I was a drifter, wandering wherever my music led me. During my stay in the remote town of Rejoria, I ended up running into a girl who later joined me, leading to the beginning of all this. That girl was Kid. Kid is a thief, of course. Not even 17 years old, already she is widely renowned as a top professional. To take matters worse, she's cute, because she's stylish, and has a sparkling personality. And boy, can she cook, if you ask her, that is. Well, to be completely honest, she has her share of problems as well. She likes to think of herself as a kind of Robin Hood, stealing from the rich and giving to the poor, but that's just not the case. At times her sharp tongue can get the best of her, instantly laughing out at anyone who stands in her way. She exaggerates every other word and sometimes lies outright, as is for listening to other people. Well, forget it. When it comes to money, well, I've never met anyone greater in my life. Her relentless pursuit of wealth is ironic considering she's a nomad like me. I don't know, maybe I'm being too hard on her. She has her good points too. She can really shine sometimes when she wants to. Glancing back over my shoulder, I notice what? Silhouette suddenly emerged from the grove. Magil. His associate of Kids is known to us only as Magil of the Shadows. And by the way, why Magil not Magil? Because, well, first of all, it's a merge of 2 words. In the original game, in Chrono Trigger, it was Magus. In the latest game, Chrono Cross, it's Jill, like money, in Final Fantasy. So that's why it's Magil. Well, actually everyone's name in Japanese version different, even in Chrono Trigger. Seriously, there's no sword like Masamu, it does not exist. It was like, I forgot, something like Glideless or something, not sure, but not Masamu. It's a American word, English one. Okay, let's continue. I know next to nothing about him except for the fact that he somehow knew Kid before I came into the picture. A high-class magician of some sort. He looks to be about 30. He usually keeps to himself, so. And by the way, Kid is 16 years old. Majel lost Shala right now 16 years ago, so this makes him around 15. Well, we don't know his age exactly, it's just its appearance like 30 years. The top half of his face is covered with a mask at all times, see? I've never even seen what he really, really looks like alike. At times, it seems as though I'm handing around someone from another world. Traveling with this pack is definitely an interesting experience. He's quiet about her past too, but it's like I know her entire life story compared to how little I know about magic. From time to time, I find myself wondering who he is, where he came from, and so on. I'd ask it, but I get the impression she knows as little about him as I do. You might be wondering, how did I end up where I am now? Well, there's a lot of reasons, I suppose. I guess you could say that life doesn't always go how you plan. Suddenly, Kid comes to an abrupt stop. Seems someone wants to say hello. Out of nearby thicket, two shimmering eyes catch my attention. Whatever it is, it's staring at me silently. After a few moments, a few more pairs of eyes appear. They seem to be surrounding the area. A deep feeling growl breaks the uncomfortable silence, and I realize we are being hunted by a pack of feral cats. A few of the figures slowly approach from behind the trees. I look behind me only to see that they already encircled us. A few more slowly creep in, now totally unbound 10. Chills run down my spine. In a daze, I clumsily unsheath my knife, grasping it tightly as I bite my lip. Kid stands ready with an air of composure. Really, there's so many words that I don't know and I don't know how to pronounce them, but... Careful, mate. These burgers are poorly ribbed. The crawling cries and constant rumble all around us. These yellow eyes shimmer like jack-o'-lanterns, while saliva drips from their snarling jaws. The middle one's stomach gurges as its eyes widen, fixed directly on me. Looks like we aren't getting out of this one without a fight. What we'll do, and by the way, as you can see, right now it's RPG. So we can attack, use magic, defend or run. And if you wait very long, there will be no choice at all. Come on, let's go. It suddenly dives into the pack, delivering an awesome kick to one of the beasts. And painful hope fills the air, adding to the already heated commotion. The cat crouches, readying itself for a punch. With its claws extended, it suddenly leaps toward me. I instantly dive out of the way. The razor-sharp claws miss my chest, yet still manage to tear a painful scratch into my side. Damn it! Getting my teeth regain my focus. Okay, let's attack this time. I slash visually at a nearby cat. Startled, it leaped back with incredible reflexes. I stay my ground, not getting any closer to the beast. And how I know I've hit my mark. Making it swan the animal recurs after a moment of pain. Ready my knife, whenever the same, for my next chance to attack. Serge, behind you! I turn around to see that I'm now face to face with a pair of those relentless yellow eyes. Okay, let's try magic. I barely miss a set of blows as I dodge a quick attack. As it lands and starts to turn around, I take advantage of the opportunity and chant an old spell of mine, hoping to get the incantation right. By the way, I make this game a little bit quiet on my side. 1 second. Oh no, it's too quiet. 1 second again. Okay, sounds good to me. However, nothing happens. Wait a second. Is he a magic user or what? The feeling bounces again, but because of my fumbling magic, it takes me by surprise. Its massive body is suddenly on top of me, forcing me to the ground as it tilts on my shoulder. I wonder, can actually we die in this game? Might be possible. Shuddering, I throw it off of me before it does any serious harm. Here comes their next attack. As I try to secure my footing, I accidentally trip over a rock and become dazed for a second or two. Regaining my composure, I see that the cat has already started to charge at me. I'll be on top of me in a matter of moments unless I do something fast. The screen is red, it's terrible. Suddenly I feel an intense heat from behind me, followed by a bright red flash that darts out, striking the cat in midair. It drops to the ground, burning from head to toe, making hideous howling noises as it tries to extinguish itself. I take a moment to watch this smoldering Helen run away in fear. I look up only to see Majel towering over me. He shoots a glance at me and then moves on with a cold gaze in his eyes. I take a deep breath and try to tighten my grip on my knife, now slippery with sweat. Then out of nowhere, Kid flashes across my field of vision, landing a direct hit into a cat beside me. The cat screeches in pain as Kid pins it to the ground, stomping and kicking it with all her rage. Without a moment's delight, she boots the animal up underneath its jaw. It moves no more. All of a sudden, the crazy atmosphere gives way to a war right behind me. I whip around to see Magel's Inferma spell setting the cat's head ablaze. It jumps up, screeching and howling in madness before running away wildly. In confusion, it runs directly into a tree and knocks itself out cold. And by the way, this music I wasn't sure that it's super loud, so I will check again, 1 second. Well, wonderfully I can hear myself very clear and music at the same time, so let's continue. And fight is over. I look around and see that only one of the pack hasn't been taken care of yet. As Kid and I start to close in on the beast, it bolts, fearing for its life. Well, that was some workout, eh, mate? Says Kid, coming towards me as she tends to her arm. I take a deep breath as I look around, trying not to step on too many of the bodies. It's okay, maybe it's that loud, but you're very clear. That's good, because I really don't want to play with settings. I'll admit I was a little worried back there at the time, but nothing too serious happened. I try taking to Majel, despite knowing how he reacted. Are you alright? With an expressionless face, he looks down at me bluntly. You need not worry about me. Wow, the affection is just overflowing from that guy. However, I probably shouldn't start complaining now. We still got a long way to go. We haven't even set foot inside Wiper Manor yet. Kid glances over at me, seeming eager as ever, ready to tackle that next. You wanna hang around all night or what, mate? Okay, there's selection, nowhere, let's go, or not just yet, alright, I need a minute. Why do I need a minute? Let's go. Hey, come here. Trying to ignore my edges and pains, I head over towards Kid. Good job back there, mate. She comes closer, and I can see the reaction of the moon in her eyes as she gives me a warm, comforting smile. But come on, we can't just stand around all night. There's treasure waiting to be found. I'm still lost in her eyes as she starts to set off. Majel continues behind her without a hitch. I hurry to catch up behind the two. In a place like this, getting separated would be a bad idea. We continue to make our way through this natural labyrinth of wood and rock. Somewhere, quietly awaiting within this huge forest, Wiper Manor beckons us. Deep within lies the treasure we come for. Lord Lynx, as he formerly known, is an aristocrat who governs the region I don't know how to pronounce the name of this city. Regiona? Wait a second. If it was Japanese, it will be Regiona. Regiona. Okay. Outlands. From the way he talks, he's apparently an old adversary of yours. Tonight, our goal is Lord Link's most prized possession, a scarlet jewel known as the Frozen Flame. Besides being priceless, some say this beautiful stone harbors some sort of mystical power. They say many people have sought after the flame, but none have been victorious in stealing it. Viper Murder has claimed many lives. But we will succeed. We pride ourselves on making the impossible possible. Besides, the way he talks about Link sometimes, it sounds like she's got an awfully personal vendetta against him. We can't lose. We've come too far to lose. And so, after having spent countless hours crossing this dreary, lonesome forest, the silhouette of a towering mansion finally comes into view through the trees. Okay, here we are. The main game starts in this mansion. As I remember, we can fairly go inside it. Everywhere. You made it, kid shouts. Your days are numbered, Lynx. We quickly make our move, quietly dashing out from behind a thicket. Once at the mansion wall, we creep stealthily along the perimeter, searching for an entry point. After a short while, we come upon a terrace near a garden, which looks relatively inviting. It doesn't look like there are any guards on patrol. Still, the mansion gives off a strange sort of modern feeling. It's as quiet as death. Marshall gazes up the tower and furthers. We can enter the west wing from here. There's no need to look elsewhere. Okay, let's go, Kid says, jumping over the terrace handrail. Halt! Shouts Magel from behind. Startled Kid, our goal is the Frozen Flame, not vengeance on Lord Lynx. Remember this, kid. Aye, no prob, she says, glancing over her shoulder. Ain't gonna be nothing to it. Like taking candy from a baby. He'll be out of here before that smiley rat knows what hit him. Yeah, you lone tongue, good for nothing bastard. I'll make you pay. There she goes again. Come on, I'm getting tired of waiting around, she yells, before bolting into the mansion. Magel shakes his head in silence as I chase after Kid, already deep inside. The darkness engulfs me. Passages extend to the left and right. Wherever we turn, darkness awaits. Here is another choice. So we can try the right passage, or left one. And here, games behave itself like a adventure text quest, for example, like Zork or oh, I don't remember. By the way, right now, Zork is the only text adventure that I remember. Uh, nope, I can't recall anything. So usually you must draw a map, but if I really lost, I will simply open map in the internet from GameFAQ or something. So right now let's go left. As thought we inside a gigantic snake, the passageway twists and turns, stretching deeper and deeper into the mansion. We now stand in almost complete and utter darkness. Just a trace of moonlight manages to illuminate the path. I stop for a moment and realize it's now completely silent. I feel as though we are being watched silently by every single being in this dreadful house. Taking a deep breath, I move on. and I set my foot down slightly. With the stealth of a cat, yet so valiantly composed, it follows behind in stride, drifting in and out of the shadows. The macabre figure of Magil looks out from behind. The wearer of fate has surely by now taken notice of us, cradling us carefully in her arms. After a while, the path splits into three directions. To the left is a descending staircase, while the path on the right extends into darkness. Another passageway lies ahead. So there's four choices. Take stairs, proceed on ahead, turn and head down the right path, and head back towards the terrace. Well, obviously there's no need to go back. Proceed on ahead or turn to the right. Let's take this option. I'm not ready for the stairs. We didn't explore the first floor. Let's go. We continue through the passageway. After a while, we arrive at a beautifully decorated set of double doors. And here's another choice, enter or turn back. Obviously enter. This seems to be Viper's Manor's ballroom. Beautiful decorative ornaments rest on a large table in the center of this huge hall. Rows of huge pillars are lined up on both sides, adorned with sculptures of birds and various other animals. At the far end of the room sits a gigantic organ, taking up the entirety of the wall. Its pitch black aura beckons us. A countless number of candles provide a soft, flickering luminescence to the room. Everything around us shimmers in the dim candlelight. Various portraits have been hung high up on the walls, depicting all sorts of well-dressed people. From what I can gather, the high-quality oil paintings, they all have a similar sort of morbid gaze in their eyes, so who could this be? Lynn's relatives, maybe? Of this, a portrait of a young lady in a pink dress catch my eye. Wait, what was that? I swear she looked at me just then! Come on, Serge. Time to put away the ghost stories. By the way, is it the first time when we know the name of this character? Serge. Maybe the first time. It's just my imagination acting up again, I tell myself. It was probably a trick of light caused by a flickering candle or something. The old glossy finish distorted the image for a second or two. Yeah, that's what happened. But I don't know. This room's bloody strange. Kid sees it too. She has to have seen it. I suggest we look elsewhere, Majel says suddenly. Kid and I offer no objections. Okay, let's remember this room. We leave the ballroom, heading back through the passageway. After a bit of walking, we come to a three-way split in the path. Yeah, here we go again. To the right is a set of stairs leading down. Wait a second, down? While a narrow passageway on the left leads off into darkness, the path up ahead will take us towards the terrace. It stairs down to the basement. Terrace, no. Left passageway, Well, going to the basement might be okay. Let's try. As I start to slowly descend the stairs into the dim light, I stretch my hand out in front of me to try and feel for something. However, all I'm greeted with is the moist feeling of these grimy stone walls. We have descended the staircase. To the left lies a huge stone archway, And to the right, we can see a narrow path twisting into the darkness. Okay, passage to the right. Go through archway on the left. Okay, it's left, right, or back. And I'm going left. Peeping in front from the arched entranceway, Kid looks astonished. Whoa, look at this! I heard about these things. They're called atriums. A large fountain sits in the center of this beautiful room. Looking across the way, another archway similar to this one leads off into darkness. Wow, cold! It explained, taking her hand out of the water. Coming to the side, I kneel down and peer into the pond. Leaning over the beautiful marble edge, I too feel the chilly water. From deep beneath the surface, a number of fish start to swim toward us. These buggers look expensive. I can't seem to see the bottom of the pond. I wonder how deep it is. The fish are a little restless, splashing here and there. Suddenly, he tugs at my arm, jerking my hand out of the water. Before I can ask why, one of the fish leaps out, snapping at me. We scramble to our feet and take a few steps back from the fountain. Many other fish soon follow, jumping out of the water, snapping at us. A few land outside of the pond. I kick one of them into a corner, watching it violently scream around. It appears to be a piranha. More and more of them emerge from apparently bottomless depths. Having gotten a fresh scent of game, the piranhas start to splash around more viciously now, getting water everywhere. I wonder how many of these things could be in there. It looks like there are more and more of them emerging every second. Suddenly, a dark red liquid starts to erupt from the fountain. It leaps back at once. I'm shocked as well, staring dumbfoundedly at the erupting fountain. The gushing red liquid shoots higher and higher. The water level in the pond rapidly rises, taking on a disgusting red hue. Before long, the water level has started to overflow onto the floor. A bed of sweat rolls down my brow as I realize that the room is about to fill with water. You might be able to make it to a safe distance before the piranha reaches us. What should we do? Make a run? Head back? Take care of the sucker? Make a run. Quick, the exit over there. With the water now up to my coat, I find I can move very fast at all. That water now sticky like blood. Splash violently as I make for the opposite end of the room. Below me, I can feel the sharp stab of these teeny, razor-sharp teeth digging at my legs. Listening in pain, I turn around. Quick, what do I do? Make a run for the... maybe a game? Come on, we gotta get out there, now! Setting my sights on the far exit, I start frantically splashing through the murky water. With the water level now rising up above my clothes, I find I can move very fast, okay? Wait a second, it will be the same? We're just getting damaged and doing nothing. Two fish have silently biting at my left shin and thick and right ankle. Hitting away at the two, I rid myself of their muscular grip and continue to make a run for it. However, it's still a way to the exit. What do I do? Should I continue? I don't know. Damn it, it's hopeless. Setting my sights on the far exit, I start frantically. Okay, looks like we are doing nothing good. From behind me, measures arrows of light dart into the water, disintegrating the lightning fast fish. It's still a ways to exit. What should I do? Maybe you should fight? Okay, I will select this, skin this guppies. This no my full time to sing? I'm too late. Oh, kicking and splashing are worse than off for the time being. However, suddenly a terrible pain runs in my left ankle. Wonderful. I lift my foot up, tearing all the freaking sin, and smashing it with the heel of my boot. However, looking up, I see 3 more coming my way. What will we do now? Okay, let's head back. Looks like there's nothing else. Come on, we are outnumbered. Splashing through the water, we turn back heading for the passageway from where we came. However, a few of them manage to sink their teeth into me, but can get away. What's going on here? I really don't want to die here, I didn't save. I give all the last remaining few as I bolt out of this wild room. Yeah, looks like it's the only way. Right now we cannot pass this room. It's simply not possible. Phew. What a close call. That red bastard! Whatever I trick he's got up his sleeve. It won't stop us for long. We're coming for your lengths. While resting on a wall to tend to my wounds, I look up and notice something out of the ordinary. Hey, what's this here before? Carved on the wall, a large marble sculpture of an intimidating face stares down at us coldly. Is it some word? Flaw? It looks as though it's been sculpted by a fine artisan. It's very detailed. Its features are beautifully etched and barely eroded. Well, it's definitely a word. Obviously, a translation from English. Flaw? I don't know what it is. Flea, maybe? Oh, yeah, flea. That's right. It's a mouse of truth, Majel says. What? A mouse of truth. The legend is that if you are given to a lion, a mouse of truth will know it if you put your hands into his mouth. Its mouth. Oh, what a hard idea, Kit says, rolling her eyes. Let's see you do it, I say. Kit looks up worried, but seeing Major looking at her, feels her resolve and tentatively puts her hands in the mouth. However, after a few seconds, nothing seems to be happening. Hey, what do you know? Guess I passed the test. That can't be all there is to it. I know. Kid, how many pounds do you weigh? 104. Pounds? 104? How many is this? I only know kilograms, so I don't know. Kid suddenly takes on a worried look, but before she can remove her hands, the marble set of teeth clamps down to her wrists. Here, you stupid face, what's going on? The white marble teeth now from side to side becoming stained with red. Don't let me go. Mitchell calmly offers an explanation from behind us. Without saying something truthful, to the best of one's ability, a mouse of truth will never let go. Not hearing him at all, Kid kicks the stone face in a fit of anger. Let me go, you stupid face. I swear I'm gonna knock your teeth in. Then, as swiftly as it closes, the mouth opens. Oh, because it was the truth. Looks like yes. I crouch down to Kid, who is kneeling on the floor, rubbing her wrists. Whoa, I guess you went lying about knocking its teeth in. Course not, mate. I showed them good. What a stone face. Looks like it was some random event. Oh, it has any meaning? You didn't put anything inside the mouse, did you, Kid? Magel asks. What are you talking about? No. I walk over beside Magel and peer into the mouse. There behind its teeth is a large pink tongue. I think there's some sort of an indentation in it, but I can't be sure. It's really far back in there. Maybe it wants us to put something on its tongue. Maybe that's a real test. Kid begins taking out her things from in her pockets, under her shoes, and out of her hair. She gathers all sorts of personal effects. She stretches the pile of trinkets held in her hands out to me, smiling innocently. Guess it's my turn to face the test. As long as Kid's safe, I'm happy, I suppose. Wondering what the Mouse of Truth could possibly want, I reached for one of her accessories. Okay, we actually have. Might be we don't have any items that we can use. I don't really know. Small silver mirror. File. Centipede. What? Lipstick. Special resins. Fishing line. Huge explosive. And the laser scroll. I'm more than sure that there's nothing less that we can use. But I can try the first item, silver mirror. I take the small silver mirror into my hands and place it into the huge marble mouse. Well, no sign of tooth decay here. The mouse doesn't budge an inch. Whatever's supposed to happen isn't happening. It takes the mirror from me and fixes her hair a little. Oh man, she looks so cute when she does that. You should test other before we stop, Major advice. Okay. What about file? I'm more than sure that nothing will work. I take the file and place it into the murmured mouth of truth. It doesn't seem to fit on the tongue, but then... Damn it. I drop down the back of its throat. What? What's have to go and do that for? Nail files don't grow on trees, Serge. Don't you know how important one of those things is to a lady? Well, so now I see her true colors. What was that for? I asked, reeling back from her slap. That's the last one of my things you'll be getting your hands on. Come on, kid. It won't happen again, promise. Alright, I guess, Kid says, showing me the rest of her trinkets. I'm only doing this for the flame. Okay, what about centipede? A centipede? You were carrying around a centipede with you this entire time? Perhaps it's a pet? It's only a toy, silly. Okay, but still. It's for scaring fools like you, and see, it worked! Boy, the things I'm learning about kids these days. Anyhow, I take your rubber centipede and place it onto the mouse of truth's mouth. Damn it, it's too slippery. I accidentally drop it down its throat. Serge, why do you keep losing my stuff? I can still reach it, I think. I didn't go that far down. I say, putting my whole arm inside. Goosebumps ran up my body as I realized this thing could bite off my entire arm right now. Hold on. Come on, Serge. Just a little more. Got it. I hope this thing is abundant to you. Yeah, losing it would be a drag, Kid answers. I wipe the sweat off my brow, letting out a deep sigh. Well, that didn't seem to work either. What else do you have? You could be here all night at this rate. Well, let's try this lipstick. I take the lipstick and smear some of it on the mouth of Truth's marble lips. Hey, my lipstick! Kid explodes at the mere sight of my wasting the lipstick. It's a shame. I thought I did a very good job of prettying the marble face up. That's not what it's used for. It's just strange for you to have something like this with you in the first place, kid. What? Now you're saying it's weird for me to own cosmetics? No, not really. You better buy me a new one once we get out of here. Alright, I owe it to you. I answer apologetically. She won't be letting me forget about this one very easily. I can tell. What about this special resins? What is this? I take some of these special resins out of their closed bag and place them in the giant mouth. Munch, munch. It seems to be eating them. Hey, stop, you dumb rockhead! Those are emergency rations. It snatched the pouch back from me, looking at the single morsel I have left in my hand. I find myself wondering what these so-called emergency rations taste like. Tasty. Serge, now you're eating them too! I'm not gonna have any left for real emergencies, it says, staring at me angrily. Yeah, right, I say to myself. I've never seen her offer any of them to me when I needed them. Okay, the next one. Fishing line. I take the thin silk thread into my hand and hand it down to the huge marble mouse. This is silk fishing line taken from a royal silkworm. Be careful with it. I can feel it hook on to something as the thread gives a bit of tug. Looking in, it appears to be some sort of paper. Alright, we onto something for sure, Kit says, trying to look inside. Oh no, I lost the thread down its throat. I suddenly turns toward Kit, hugging my shoulders with a red face. You idiot! Like an electric shock, she slams me across the face. Terrified, I lunge back into the mouth, reaching in as far as I can. I feel the thread after a moment too. I carefully pull it back, relieved. The object it has latched into is nowhere inside, however. Leaning against the wall, Mitchell somberly asks us, what now? Okay, we know that inside this mouse is a piece of paper. What about explosive? I take a ball of gunpowder out of Kit's hand and place it within the huge stone mouse. However, nothing happens. Do it, Serge, Kit says, putting some matches in my hand. I don't know about this. Do it. I don't know really. Suddenly, I hear the sound of fuse burning. Kit's already lit the bomb. I quickly run for cover in the far corner. As the smoke clears, I start to see the hideous remains of the cracked mouse of truth. From beside me, I watch Kid dust herself off and walk over the mutilated stone face with yet another bomb. Come on, Kid, you don't need to completely demolish it. Oh, it ain't dangerous, mate. It's just a little fire. Kid glances over at my face. I'm practically begging her to stop. Alright, already. You never wanna have any fun, Kid says, kicking some dirt around. Well, what's next? And it's the last item. The Wormless Scroll. I take the Wormless Scroll into my hands and examine it. Here, what's this? Secret ninja training techniques? I ask sarcastically. Kid smiles lazily, rolling her eyes. I unfasten the tie and open up the scroll. Oh wow! Strange symbols are written at length on the scroll. A lot has been written here. It appears this took some time to write. Judging by my face that this is something of importance, Kid walks over and takes a look. Oh, it's an Imperial Code Charts primer. It's used for transmitting information through enemy lines. Really? I can't read any of it. You got to show us how to use this thing. What would I wanna do that for? I would ruin the security, she says, walking off alone. Maybe she can't read it either. Okay, well, what are we gonna do about this big of Hunk of rock? Kid asked hastily. And as we can see, there's nothing to do, so give up for now. Bewildered, I tell Kid to put his stuff away. Something gives me the feeling that none of these things are what it wants. There has to be something in the mansion that fits. We probably just haven't found it yet. We've got to keep our eyes peeled. Well, well. So this face was inside the basement. Mhm. We come to a branch after ways. To our right lies a staircase going up, while the start of a dark passageway directly ahead. Okay, so this passageway is something new, I hope. Let's use it. We proceed through the dark passageway. Before long, we are greeted with a beautifully ornate set of doors on the right. Strange, there's a distinct smell of flowers coming from here. Okay, we can continue our passageway or enter this room or head back. Obviously, enter. We come to a comfortably decorated room. Small trinkets have been placed on the desk and shelves, and in some charm, the owner of this room has obviously gone to great lengths to try and bring a somewhat graceful lifestyle into this otherwise dark mansion. Still, the room seems to carry an unsettling stillness with it. Pete links Dot's room. It says, sorting some of the items. The letter on the desk and the warm teacup hint of a woman living here. However, after searching the room, no one is found. All you find are various. Wait a second, look at this. Something inside the mirror, and it's a module. Yeah, it's our team. Now it's Search and Cat. Kid, sorry. Cat is from another game, Breath of Fire though. All you find are various odds and ends, a beautifully arranged set of flowers, a white handkerchief carelessly tossed aside, I don't know what is this, a small bottle of perfume, and so on. Also, this stuff adds atmosphere to the room, none of it is really worth anything to us. It also seems to feel this way. Disregarding most of the stuff in here, she picks up a small box decorated with a serpentine coat of arms. However, like the rest of the items in here, it looks like it's of little worth to us. What should I do now? Okay, we can check the bed. We can ask it to open small box. Or we can check the dresser drawers. I wonder what's inside the box. Let's open it. As Kid slowly opens the box, a comforting melody fills the air. Wonderful song, by the way. Yes, it's from Cross. Well, from the future game. So, when you can hear this song, you must say it's from Radical Dreamers. The song, Kid suddenly says, standing up beside me. I look over to her, seeing her expression has changed to vulnerably curiosity, chasing a long lost memory. You know this song, Kid? Yeah, a long time ago. Someone I knew used to sing it to me. And here it is. Now we get a connection to the Chrono Trigger. And by the way, second time in a row already. She turns away from me, rubbing her eyes. Kid, I say softly, putting my hand on her shoulder. After a moment or two, she looks back at me. Tears are running down her cheeks. Without saying a word, Kid walks quickly to the door. "Hey, wait up, Kid," I say, chasing after her. From here, the passageway stretches to the right and left. Heading right will take us further into darkness, while heading left will take us back to the staircase. Okay, we cannot check the bed and everything, and I think there's no need. So continuous to the right. Let's go. After a little while, the dark passageway ends at a polished, robust set of doors. It will be the same door or not. Anyway, Kit crinkles her nose in disgust. Something strange about this place. It don't feel right, mate. Probably just my imagination, so... Standing here in the cold darkness, Kit's hollow laugh does nothing but add to my fear. Well, we are going in. They are apparently Link's quarters. No one seems to be here, however. We are right on top of you now, Lynx. Say your prayers, you bastard. Looking around, it's a very dilapidated room. Furniture is thrown about in all directions, and almost nothing matches. Taking a look at the room as a whole, there's no sense of harmony whatsoever. It's very suggestive of chaotic mind. Okay, looks like we gotta search through this mess. I sift through a number of odd items adorned in the room. There's a cluttered desk, a painting that's hanging unevenly on the far wall, and a picture on the side table, among other things. In one corner of the room stands a tall, curious object of some sort. A scarlet cloth has been placed over it, covering it up. As I slowly reach my hand out to uncover it, Mitchell suddenly says, "Please avoid reckless interference." Taking his advice, I return my hand to my side. However, the cloth suddenly starts to fall off on its own. I didn't touch it, I swear. What? It just slipped off all by itself? It asked, rolling her eyes. A large mirror has been uncovered, recently decorated. It looks to be a high-priced arabesque antique. I got a bad feeling about this. Then all of a sudden... Wonderful. The reflection of the Venus statue opens its eyes, staring at us through the mirror. "Is there something you seek?" the statue's reflection asks, in a soft, womanly voice. The voice seems to be coming from the statue in front of me, but only the mirror's reflection seems to be moving. It can talk! "The mirror whispers," Majel says, examining it closely. "What is it, so?" "It's a looking glass that harbors a living spirit. The spirit is free to roam through the number of mirrors, able to see into our everyday lives. They are known to be quite wise. Is there anything you wish to ask?" Wow, a million questions come to mind. We can ask about Git, or we can ask about Majel. Let's ask about Majel. Very well. The reflections of the statue begins to ripple a little. Gradually, the mirror fades into darkness. However, after a minute or two, nothing materialized. What could this mean? Worthless piece of junk. Come on, let's get back to work, it says, flexing her quick temper. We resume our search, disregarding the mirror. By the way, can I save right now? I don't know which battle is to save. Why? Yeah, sounds like any Square game. And now it's like Chrono Trigger. I hope Save File will work. I take another extensive look at the room, reminding myself it's important not to miss a single detail. What should I do now? Rely on kids' intuition, rely on Magel's experience, or rely on myself for the time being? Let's use Magel. What's the best things to do now, Magel? Magel promptly disappears into the room's shadows. One by one, from the desk to the display shelf to the statue, I see his shadow shuffle around the room. Before long, Magel materialized from behind the desk with something in his hand. Something was dropped here. It's a few small envelopes. Opening them, we find a map of Regiora, 3 copper coins, and other recently unsent mail. What's this bastard? Well, all your good stuff, Kid grumbled. Heading back, we travel through the passageway, eager to shake this feeling of dread. After walking a ways, we come to a beautifully decorated set of doors. On the left, this time, because we're going back. This is Riddle's room. What if I go inside again? What? Hello, Starlight. You are dreaming right now? And what? Your dream contains some stream right now? No way, it's not possible. And by the way, as you can see, I'm right now without the desk. I think I'll return back to PC gaming maybe in 4 months. Not right now. That's right? It's a dream? I can't believe this. Is it a good one or it's nightmare? Okay, I will enter this room one more time. Maybe there will be something new. We come to a comfortably decorated room again. Small trinkets have been placed on the desk and shelves, adding some charm. Anyway, it's still the same description, isn't it? Nightmare? Nightmare here? What's going on? I told artists to play with fonts? Why? What do you need? Are you making some, I don't know, welcoming screen for your stream? Maybe you actually trying to make Darkseid 3 finally. And by the way, here's a new text. We have letter on the desk and a warm teacup. No, I remember this teacup, so nothing new. New art of channel. Redeems. Sounds very good. By the way, you can also order some music from musicians. I was actually thinking about it. Really, if you have some your own opening and ending soundtrack, it would be really nice. Hey, look at this! What's going on here? Wait, that window wasn't open before. Someone was just in here, it seems. So while we're going to the end of corridor and going back, somebody was inside. Very strange. How much money? Well, if you use something for royalty soundtracks that nobody claimed before, you can buy them just for 15 bucks per score, per track, without any problem. But if you order it to make from scratches, well, it might be very expensive, like 100 or more. There's actually a huge amount of websites with free, not free, royalty music that when you buy it, say it will go from the website. Yeah, custom will be expensive. If you find out very good artists, just tell me. Let's come back another time. We don't want to get caught snooping around. For the time being, we leave Riddle's room. We lived. From here, the passageway stretches to the right and left. And to the right will take us to Link's quarters, while turn left will take us back to the staircase. And by the way, so it might be Link's and his daughter, but why is he living in the basement? Okay, let's go back to the first floor. So, take the stairs. I follow Kid up the narrow set of stairs, hoping not to lose my balance. That's on my to-do list. Get custom music. That would be nice. Okay, so we can go left ballroom, but we were in the ballroom. With organ and everything. Right terrace. Or process ahead into the dark passageway, which is definitely new. I will select this. We head down the path. After a while, it ends at a stained wooden door. Obviously, go in. Guess this is the study. This huge room is faintly lit by the moonlight, shining in through a tall window. In the back of the room stands a large, ornately decorated desk. Row after row of bookshelves house thousands of thick, dusty books. A painting is hung on the rear wall, sharing space with various exotic curios. Examine the desk. Walk over to the bookshelves. Check out the painting. By the way, Starlet, if you want to, you can select any choice in this game, like in your novels and quests. By the way, you was playing already visual novel, I remember, about this psychopath who was killing his wife, but actually not. But despite anything, I believe any of the choice will not end the game. I mean, you cannot die by selecting something wrong, maybe only during the battles. But I believe you can choose only once in every room, and to check something else you must re-enter it. What? So desk, bookshelves, or painting? Let's check the painting, I think. I walk over and examine the painting, illuminated by the pale moonlight. It's a watercolor painting, depicting a special scenario. Within the painting, it appears to be a day and night, as well as spring, summer, autumn, and winter, all at the same time. Everything looks melted away, fading into everything else. At the core of this swirling, chaotic maelstrom, there's a small black gem burning with a deep red flame inside of it. What does it mate? Find something valuable? It comes over to my side and reaches out for a fancy plate. The ransom for just one of these could feed a family for an entire year, I bet. Suddenly, she stops, looking over toward me. Come on, there's no wrong in taking it. Let's focus on the flame kit. After a moment, she hesitantly puts the decorated plate back on the shelf. Suddenly, we start to hear footsteps coming this way. So they aren't that loud. They boom like thunder in the night. Kid and I jump up. Marshall swiftly concealed himself in the nervous shadows. Behind the door, behind the desk. Kid and I scurried down underneath the desk. Curling up, I wrap her up in my arms. Smaller than I thought. What? Hey, The door opens with a sudden creak. We sit motionless without making a peep. The glowing light of a candle spreads in from the doorway. Soon after, a hand holding a candlestick comes into view from behind the door. Tightening, I nervously hold my breath. When I look down, my heart skips a beat. With Kate's lips right in front of me, I feel myself starting to lose control. So full and pink and glossy. My heart starts pounding faster and faster. I force myself to stop starting and shut my eyes tight. Whoever opens the door doesn't seem to have any intentions of entering the room. I thought I heard something. No reason for anybody to be in here so, since the master is away. Still, with this poor southerner on the move, it's never too safe to be sorry. The door closed softly, covering the room in darkness once again. For a while we wait, not moving an inch. The footsteps echo away in the distance. Somewhere in the back of my mind, I can't stop thinking about how great she smells. Hey, how long are you going to stick to me like that? It asked, blowing into my air. Hmm? Uh, I mean, sorry. I quickly get up, bumping my head against the desk with a loud bang. I cry out, rubbing my head. What? Will you ever play LSD Dream? Maybe. Because the next PC game that I will play will obviously be, a browser game. It will be a novel and a puzzle. And in this case, the next one will be this LSD Dream Simulator. I will actually will create message to myself to add it into the list. You said that it's LSD Dream Simulator. Seriously, this was the name? I'll check up and edit. And by the way, by all this talking now, I really want to drink a huge amount of water. But I have almost nothing here. 1 second. Going back to this. And let's continue. Man, that stinks. Kid comes out next. Crouching, she looks me over and says, "Here go, you're right? What?" "Yeah, I'm fine." "So, Pori is up to something," Majel says quietly, emerging from the shadows. Pori is a large country governing the southern continent. It's pretty well developed and fairly prosperous place, but what would they be after in these outlands? Surely not the frozen flame. No matter how valuable it may be, in the end it's just a jewel, a piece of rock. How valuable could it really be? We leave the study, retracing our steps to the dark passageway. Finally, the passage comes to a three-way branch. There's a descending staircase in front of us, in addition to passageways on the left and right. The one on the left will take us back towards the terrace. Uh, 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 Actually, we're in the same place, so stairs we already use it. Terrace go back, enter the right passageway. So now we should go back to the terrace and select another path. But wait, there was stairs which are leading us up. Maybe it's nearby the ballroom, I'm not sure. We can check it later. Let's go back to the terrace. All of a sudden, a chilly wind blows past me. Not only that, but also, a thick fog has started to accumulate all around us. We are in trouble. It swirls around up faster and faster. After a few moments, it coagulates before me, transformed into some sort of humanoid shape. It's a poltergeist! Don't move! His whispering does nothing but add to my increasing feeling of fear and dread. How are we supposed to fight something that doesn't even have a body? You scared? Well, I wasn't sure that one of the options will be wrong. From beside me, a low voice starts to echo through the dim hallway. It's Majel. He seems to be starting some sort of acceleration. But what am I going to do in the meantime? Oh, we tried to escape? Oh, wait, I don't know what to do. It's starting to draw closer. Wait a second, I was not... This problem. During the fights, there's no way to read everything. You must select the action. No, it's coming faster and faster. Its body begins to diffuse as it approaches, threatening us in a thick haze. I'm starting to feel lightheaded. Suddenly, I feel incredibly tired. I open my eyes, only to see that there's a chilly fog all around me. It must be starting to drain my life force. I've got to stop it before it sucks me dry. Try to dissipate the fog by waving my arms around, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Getting so tired. The cold air hits me as so I've been thrown into an ice-cold lake. Beyond the thick haze, I can now just barely make out the figures of Kit and Majel. I'm getting more and more tired. Don't you think Kit has thick ankle, Serge? What the heck is Majel somewhere around, huh? I ask after moments, searching my head. Yeah, those ankles could get any worse than or milk lemonade? Cold. Seriously, I was not fast enough. I groan as I feel a life energy being drained from my body. Sanity. Unraveling. Where am I? Don't tell me that I died. Serge! The cat's asleep, Majel says to me. What's that? Anaconda? Anaconda? It instantly jumps back up on Heroes. Accidentally, she collides with the wall, falling down in the process. Getting up, she comes over and slaps me in the face. The cold air hits me as thought I've been thrown into an ice-cold lake. Beyond the thick haze, I can now just barely make out the fingers of Kit and Majel. I'm getting more and more tired. Okay, we must very fast select something without even thinking. Don't you think Kit has thick ankle, Serge? What the heck is Majel's numbering around? I will select the second one. Having Kit kick me in the back is more than enough to snap me out of this delicious. Okay, so I figured out, when we say something ridiculous about Kit, she is actually kicking us, and we are not dying in this case. Alright, damn it, Serge, please snap out of it. Okay, I think I'm alright now. I groan as I feel the life energy being drained from my body. Sanity. Rolling. Where am I? Search. The cat's asleep. Okay, we must select. I think it's a 34 B-cup. How can you be sure? After going through her clothes one time, I saw the attack. Damn it, I forgot Kit's hair too. So cold. I'm so unsteady. I could stumble off my feet any second now. My eyes are getting heavy. I come to think Kit frantically waving her arms, trying to dissipate the haze around us. It seems like she's shouting something, but I can't seem to hear her. I shiver and tremble more and more as I start to succumb. It feels as though I'm sinking deeper and deeper in the icy tomb as I continue to get sleeper and sleeper. Did I lost right now? Don't tell me that I lost. Wonderful. Wonderful! It's game over! And so I died. Well, I must say I didn't know that you actually can die in the game. And when did I save last time? When are you gonna race in Mario Kart? If I haven't fun? I don't know, we must finish this game. I actually thought that I will finish it today. But I simply lost. Okay, where's my save file? Okay, I save only on 54 minutes. So maybe I need to replace something. Ah, yeah, this thing. We can ask something else. We can ask something else here. Last time. Wait a second, I don't know. It's like this, isn't it? I will keep this selection. Few envelopes that were very useless. And that's all. Alright. So when we enter this door, the window was opened. Actually, I didn't lose a lot of time in this game. Obviously, I don't read everything. I just repeated my choices. Will be this window opened? Yes, it's the same. So somebody was in this room. I don't know who. Okay, we left. Next I went back to the first floor. Here we went back to the terrace and they lost the battle. So we're going back to the atrium. Taking the stairs. Actually, it's very nice that we can save in this game, because as I know the earlier releases, there was no possibility to save without using state files, and I cannot use it on real hardware. Okay, we're going back to the terrace. Maybe I'll save right away one more time. Go in here. I take a little praise of the By the way, there's no fight! Look at this. After continuing on through the passage for a while, the terrace comes into view on the right. I take a deep breath of the fresh evening air, hoping to calm my senses. So we can go out into the terrace or continue through the passageway. Wait a second, we came from the terrace. Let's go out into the terrace. I wonder what will happen. We walk quietly out onto the terrace, instantly welcomed by a cold nighttime breeze. The dreary forest we came through lies directly ahead. A light chill is sent down my spine as I watch the tree tubes rustle in the howling wind. Ah, we can talk actually. So I'm going to talk to Module. You've been injured, haven't you? Try to give your wand some rest, at least for now. Taking his advice, I lean up against the wall and try to relax. Come on, we don't have time to loaf around. Let's get back to work, I heard it says. Now let's talk to Kid. We gotta get that bastard. He's in here somewhere, I'm sure of it. Before long, we'll be right on top of your legs. I can see the fire in her eyes from here. Man, she's cute when she's angry. Come on, what do you drag me all the way out here for? We should head back inside. The sun will be up soon, Major adds. Yeah, really? Come on, mate. Time to go. Let's go. Back. Yeah, I remember there was stairs upstairs, but let's go to the right. We make our way down the dimly lit passageway. After a few moments, we come to an old, dusty door on the right. Kid quietly presses her ear against the door. Quiet as a church mouse. No one's there, mate. We can open, we can keep going down the hallway, or back. Obviously open. What with all this junk? Must be a storeroom or something. It seems like this is the inner mechanic of clock tower. Look at this, Starlight. It's clock tower. However, the gears look old and rusted, and clocks are spinning randomly without connecting up with their properties. I doubt the clock's still in use today. The room seems to be currently used as a storage area. A large object catches my attention in a far corner of the room. It's too dark over here to see what it is, so... Do not touch anything of the ordinary, Mitchell says abruptly, sending a sudden shock down my spine. However, just as he says this, I see Kid emerge from the shadows, dragging the large object out in the middle of the room. It's a large antique sword of some kind. You've got no use for that old thing yet. All it's do is slow us down. Besides, you probably wouldn't even get much money for it. I reckon it's worth a lot to the right buyer, like an antique collector or somebody. Sulking Kid quietly lays the sword down. What do you want? I look around, startled. That was definitely not any of our voices. Kid and Majel immediately take position, focusing their attention towards the source of the voice. Should I save right now? I think yes. And we might need to save into this slot. Who's there? A figure suddenly appears out of the darkness. It seems to be a short old woman with a large hood over her head. Also fully covered. It's obvious she's quite old. Oh, it's just some old hack, it says. Majel's sharp gaze on the woman remains unchanged. However, what's an energetic young lady? You haven't come here this late in the evening to drop in on some friends, I imagine. I glance at Kid. Perhaps you have some score to settle with Master Lynx. My heart jumps. This is definitely not good. Will she warn the rest of them about us? Tell the truth, play dumb, or pretend to have not heard her. I actually usually select in truth, so truth. Kid's eyes narrow. If we did have a score to settle with that bastard, what's it to you? Just as I expected. The old woman cackles in amusement. Children, they're always so interesting like that. So imaginative, yet so predictable. What are you talking about, old lady? Oh, it's already been 4 and 5 years, I would gather. According to what I was told, one night a young thief came to the manor looking for trouble. The thief was a little girl, about 10 years old. Wait a second, you're talking about Kid's past? Surprised, I glanced at Kid. There's a trace of an ice-like radiance in her eyes. Staring at her makes me feel like it's something dropping below freezing in here. And faced, the old woman continues her story. The girl was an orphan. She set off to face Master Lynx all alone, hoping to avenge the girl who had cared for her like a big sister. Wait a second. Wait a second! Wait a second, I know this! But after all, she was all alone, outnumbered and overpowered. She was eventually defeated and captured by Master Lynx's henchmen. Wait a second, so actually it was Lynx who killed Luca from Chrono Trigger. Wait a second, I didn't know. Well, I knew that she was dead, but what happens is it's really shocked to me. As an ally, Master Lynx can be quite an asset. However, as an enemy, he can be one of the most fearsome men alive. If not for a friend who sneaked in and secretly rescued her, she surely would have perished. And who rescued her? From what I've heard, these mysterious figures who could allegedly slip in and out of the shadows was the subject of many whispers through the manor long after this incident had come to pass. So actually, Magus found her. It's safe to who? Not moving a muscle. I tried to look for Magil. Yeah, him. He's nowhere to be seen. I can only guess he's sporting one of those trademark expressionless faces somewhere off in the darkness. The inhabitants of Whisper Manor don't condemn the unfortunate, because no one can win all the time. However, from time to time, the goddess of fate has been known to cast down those who have too much good luck, throwing the clock of time out of order. It's not wise to try and stand against fate, continuing to repeat one's mistake time and time again. The old woman continues, staring straight at Kid, smiling sweetly. If you want to steal the jewel, and if you really want to beat him, you too must give up your most valuable possession, Kid. As long as you cling to it, the hands of your clock will never budge. They'll stay frozen, trapped in the distant past. Who the bloody hell is this old hag? Me? Oh, just an old lady. Pay me no mind. Thank you for listening to this old maid for such a long time. I certainly hope I haven't delayed you at all. But before you leave, which one of you is that? The old woman looks in my direction. Oh yes, you look like you've got a bit of a scarp there. Won't you let me have a look at it? What should I do? I don't know whether to be petrified or comforted by all this. We can ask, but let's just answer yes, please do, madam. The old woman clasps her hands together, bowing her head. She mumbles a few words in a low tone. Suddenly, a gentle pale blue light surrounds my body, filling me with a strange warmth. Whoa, look at this! My wounds are being healed before my eyes. It feels as though there's some sort of soft music being played all around me, putting me into a strange serenity. When I come around, the woman is gone. Hello, lady? Says Kiss, relentlessly looking around. However, there's no trace of you. All signs of your presence are gone. Wonder what was up with that old cock. Looking around, I can't help but wonder what she was talking about. With all that talk about a prized possession and everything. Let's get our horses out of here. This place is giving me the creeps, says Kiss all of a sudden, already heading for the door. Hey, wait up! As I catch up with Kid, she gives me a friendly poke in the ribs. And no fair you were the only one who got healed. It's good that I was healed, because I definitely lost due to this. Okay, we are back. We can go to the right or head to the terrace. To the right, maybe I will save one more time. It's so easy to die here, so I simply don't want to replay anything. First of all, many events in this game are random, so if you need to replay, you'll get something differently, and it will be definitely not my playthrough. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, we're going to the right. Proceeding ahead on the path, we come to a staircase going up and a few looking set of doors on the left. There's better be treasure here. The smells of gold stick me in the air, mate. So, instead of going to the stairs, we are going inside, same as usual. Just like I thought. Locked! Kid says after jiggling the handle. Frustrated, she kicks the door. This might slow us down, but sure as bloody won't keep us out. Well, unless we find the key, there's nothing we can do, kid. Let's get to it then. I bet Link's got it slashed up in his room somewhere, the bastard. Unable to do anything, we leave to look elsewhere. So we are going to use the stairs. We skid in the lead, we ascend the narrow staircase. The crooked stone stairs seem to endlessly twist upwards. It feels like we are heading up to a scaffold to be executed. Whoa. Finally, it's second floor. Atop the staircase, an old but solid door waits for us silently. This dumb place fills me with a feeling of dread. There's a faint voice coming from the other side of the door, says Kid. I fear the worst. Maybe we should check somewhere else, I say. What's the matter? Yo, chicken? Hey, chicken, my fly? She says while glancing at me, but I can tell by the sound of her voice that she isn't feeling much better about this than I am. There's something wrong about this place, and we all know it. Well, I think I'm going to open it. But what if it's the ants? Obviously, 7. Okay, open it. Open it. It's a small room. One you find a stone tower. It's empty, and I can't find a single window in it. What the hell kind of room is this? Also, she tried to hide it. I noticed she was running down Kid's spine. There may be something of use here. Let's search more closely, Mitchell says quietly. You really think we'll find something? Kid proceeds to the middle of the room while I examine the walls and floor. The stone floor is filled with countless scratches carved by splotches of a dry, dark ink. Hey, Majel, would you come over here, please? Something is carved into the wall here. I think it's an inscription of some sort. Majel kneels down in front of the wall and examines the writing. Looking close at it, it appears to be written in blood. Indeed, this text has been worn down with age. Most of it's unreadable. It's what I can make out. Won't la mu longer se dragoons. Nihi anka sword order to proof. Uh-oh. Without any warning, the door slams shut. We stand up, taken by surprise. Then suddenly, a low rumbling starts to fill the room. Okay, it will be another fight, so I'm going to make everything quickly. Without reading it, what's happening? Kid shouts, looking around frantically. What's that above us? Uh-oh. It's a grilled sandwich. I'm glad that I saved. What now? There's no time to lose! Try to stop the cell and break through the wall. Try to ram the doors, break through the wall. There has to be a way out of here! You start ramming up against the walls, however, the stone mesh holds tight. This isn't working! The cell is getting too close! Ah, a blade has sliced into my neck. What are you trying to do? Oh, okay, door! Kid flies take like an arrow, ramming against the door. Your small body bounces back as the door is far too heavy. Relax. She strikes across the room, like a hurricane, dashing against the solid oak. Door creaks, but holds tight. My turn. I ram against the door with all my strength. A heavy shock shoots through my body, but the door doesn't budge an inch. The rumbling continues to get louder and louder, reminding us of the rusty blades, eager to greet us. Serge, Majo, come on together! The three of us start to roam against the door, suddenly with all our strength. The door hinge gives. We stumble outside, barely escaping certain death. Behind us, we hear the gut-wrenching sounds of the blades meeting the store floor. I watch the board stand in a daze, gasping huge breath of air. Okay, I didn't die this time. Finally, the grinning sound fades away. It seems the ceiling has stopped. Damn that links, doing with us like that. So this is the torture chamber. I wonder how many of the Acacia dragons it has claimed, Major whispers. Who? I ask. The Acacia dragons, they were once an elite force, saving General Viper, a powerful man who used to rule the western territory of Gersbu. Okay, what is this word? Gersbuel. Well, I cannot pronounce it, obviously. Anyway, and by the way, I must say that Japanese words are pronounced very easy because honestly, how it was written, you can easily read it. Here, I don't know what they're trying to write here in English because obviously you cannot write anything like this in Japanese. At least it could be Jeru Zebul. Okay, I'm not even trying. Anyway, they were defeated more than 10 years ago by the very hands of Lord Lynx. By the looks of things, we have apparently found their resting place. What does it start? What's going on? I woke up from your nightmare? What? Well, maybe. Right now, why not? But obviously not from the pause. Yeah, who cares? Says Kit as she stands up. Generals and knights and everything, it sounds like some old bedtime story. Majel shrugs his shoulders in silence as we start down the stairs, eager to get away from this awful place. We skid leading the way, we descend the stairs. Wait a second, so on the second floor here was only the trap and nothing. Okay, looks like it was a tower here. So we can get to the second floor, but on from the left, isn't it? This door, as I remember, was closed, but we can try again. No, it's still closed. Nothing new. So we must find the key. In this case, let's go back to the terrace, and when we find that there's a stair which leads us up, I'll use it. So going back here. After a little while, we come to a door on the left. What? What was this one? I forgot, but as I said, there's a huge amount of random events, so we can try to go in one again. Yeah, there was old woman. And the room is quiet except for the sounds of the jeers. There's no sign of the hooded lady anywhere. Hello? Madame? Well, if you're not here, so say so, you old hug. I see. The silence is definite. This is a waste of time. We should investigate elsewhere, says Majol, turning on his heel. Follow him out. From where the passageway stage to the right and left. Okay, we are going back to the terrace, right? Wait a second. Anyway. Oh, sudden okay, don't tell me that this will be a poltergeist. Yes, poltergeist game. So I must react quickly. But seriously, I don't know what is the correct answers to win this battle. Yeah. Okay, I will be really fast and maybe I will save right away. I cannot save. Look at this. During the battle it's not possible to save. Oh, okay, what should I select? First time I skip actually selections. Hide behind Major. Let's hide behind him. I run and hide behind Major. But this only seems to draw the poltergeist's attention. It blows a gust of wind in my direction, and suddenly I find myself hurling through the air, crashing into a nearby wall. A moment later. I'm starting to feel lightheaded. Suddenly I feel incredibly tired. Okay, again, here goes again. I open my eyes, only to see that there's a chain of fog all around me. Must be starting to drain my life force. Got to stop it before it sucks me dry. Okay, must stop it. But how? What should I do? A moment later, I feel the warm grip of Majel's hand inside the back of my neck. He begins to chant something. Okay, I missed the text, but looks like we did it this time. Serge! Hey Serge! You still with us? I heard I released someone slapping me again and again. Kid! Dazed, I stumbled back to my feet. All of this magic is making me dizzy. I had to counter the poltergeist attack directly through your body, Serge, Majel says. You will survive. Come on, what's we waiting around for? Kid stares blankly. Okay, we did it this time. You okay, mate? Yeah, it's not bad. I've got some bruises here and there, but nothing too serious. You? Oh, are you kidding? Yet the sins are so bad, it didn't even have time to say its prayers. Yeah, we did pretty good back here, didn't we? Damn it, Serge. When are you gonna bloody grow up and start fighting like a man? Its glare shows into me like an icy lens. I swallow a dry gulp and continue down the corridor behind her. Alright. So, we can go through the hallway, terrace, or turn back. There's no need to go to the terrace. We are going through the hallway. 3 directions. Okay, no. This staircase are going down. It's descending staircase. But what is turn head down the right path? Wait a second, I don't remember this. No, it was here. Anyway, let's go here. Stained wooden door. What was here? I don't remember. Seriously, my memory is not good, remembering everything here. This is the study. Okay, I remember this one. So we checked the paint right last time. This time we must do something else. But what? Obviously not the painting. We have the desk or bookshelves. And this time I think I will select the bookshelves. I walk over to one of the bookshelves and start looking through the rows of books. Most of them are written in languages I've never even seen before. I pull one of the books off a shelf. It's so heavy, I have to support it with both of my hands. I clumsily turn up a random page. The book contains page after page of strange scribbled symbols. They twist and dance, almost as though they're alive. Wait, what? I blinked my eyes, bringing my face closer to the book. It had to have been my imagination. They're not actually moving. Wait, are they? I turn up another page. It features the same kind of strange, contorted symbols. It's making my head hurt just by looking at them. What could this be? Says Kid coming to my side. Oh, it's magically coded book. You can't read it. Besides, all these magical books are probably cursed. Wouldn't do you any good to read them, even if you could. Watch yourself around these books, mate. There might be something in one of them. What are you talking about? And then, just as I turn my head to ask it about it, the book starts to moan in a dreadful way. I immediately slam it shut, jamming it back in the bookshelf. Mitchell, who had been watching us the entire time, approaches the shelves and reaches out for a time-worn, leather-bound book. You know about this stuff? Kid asked, looking up at Mitchell like a duck in a thunderstorm. Some. It is an ancient tome from a faraway land. It was once known as the Book of the Dead. I never expected to find it here, in Lord Lick's transaction. Mitchell gazes at the time-worn, leather-bound book. We can ask him to open it, or we can recommend him to put it in the bag, but what's the use? We must check everything, because right now we must find some item to use it in the mouth of truth, and we must find a key for the door. So let's open it. Prompted by curiosity, I asked Mitchell to open the book. He hesitated for a moment, but then nods silently and opens the thick leather cover. The larger book opens with a long creak. Suddenly, a strange sort of breeze seemed to leap out from it, holding all around us. Curtains, papers, and even candles sway as this odd, directionless gust of wind skirts around. After a few moments, it whisked out the door. I fearfully turned to Mitchell, wondering what we had done now. Hey, there's nothing right on it, he says. What keeps? Shifting his attention back to the door, Mitchell turns up another page. They're all blank. Sheesh, what a waste! Let's write something in it, he says, already scribbling something down. Dear lordlings, go buy some real books while you're out. Cheers! And by the way, the Czech store called and they're all out of you. Suddenly, we start to hear footsteps again, comes this way. So the answer loud. Okay, now, last time we had it under the desk. This time, let's use the door. Quick behind the door. Kid and I quickly hide behind the door with our backs pressed against the wall. I hold my breath as the door creaks open. A gradually candlelight spreads in through the doorway. However, whoever opens the door doesn't seem to have any intention of entering the room. Thought I had something. No reason for anybody to be in here, so since the master is away, still with those pure thousands on the move, it's better safe than sorry. Unless you can see, this was nothing special, so hiding under the desk was quite more interesting. Okay, let's skip the rest because we already read it. So there's no need to do anything else. But still, I don't know what to do. So they left study again. Next time when we'll go in, we'll check the desk, obviously. But we can actually... Can we do this right now? Retrace our steps. Let's do this. Yeah, let's go inside one more time. Maybe the desk is what we need. Wait a second, it's something new. Come on, mate, we don't have time for this. Randomly searching up places because it's stupid. We need to move on, it says, irritated. She's right, I suppose. If we keep on holding, it's be morning before you know it. And wait a second, we are not going to check the desk? Alright then. Alright. Maybe let's go to the ballroom again. I don't know. Pushing your way through the massive doors, Kid steps into the huge hall. No one's here still. Still. Nothing new. Descriptions all the time the same. So there's no need to read this. And by the way, why they decided to put this? Well, obviously, it's very ancient time, 19th, so... By the way, in the Detroit Become Human, it's the same mistake. They keep repeating everything, you cannot even skip it. Wait a second. Mitchell again says that we must check elsewhere. It was useless to go here. And I was wrong, there's no stairs to go up, only down. So on this side, there's only a ballroom and library. We check them all, there's no need. Okay, let's go to the basement. In the basement we have two doors with Link's apartments and his daughter. Who is she? I don't know. Let's go and check again. Well, if it would be a visual novel, the real one, there will be no need to search anything, you just read the text and game over. Here you can already see, I stuck, I don't know what to do. So from here, last time I select the left one, so this time we will go right. Maybe there will be something else, I don't know. Okay, the first door. Quarters of Riddle. Link's adopted daughter. Obviously, Links cannot have kids. If you play Chrono Cross, you already know this, but actually we didn't play it. By the way, King, I think maybe after this game we will play the Chrono Cross, because why not? Games actually, well, they're not really connected. They're definitely not like Final Fantasy or Breath of Fire. For example, Final Fantasy it's totally different, except maybe well, Seed. In Breath of Fire, almost every characters are the same, but story is totally not related to each other. Here, games are related slightly. They actually describes like, well, you can think about like parallel worlds. Events are the same, but some people are alive, some are dead. Wasn't Cross more fun inspired or something? No. Cross, it must be separated game, not connected to anything, but I don't know who decided to put some characters from the trigger here. I really don't know, because it's game by itself. If you distinguish from Chrono Trigger, you'll see this is one of the best RPGs for PlayStation 1. Seriously, it's very good. It's very good. Uh, so let's enter again. This tower, wait a second, this house that we are trying to search, it also exists in Chrono Cross. Okay, so what's going on? Still, the room seems to carry an unsettling stillness with it. You want to modify your PlayStation 1 Classic? It's very easy to do. I believe you can just soft mod it, that's all. As for real PlayStation 1, I actually was using soldering and I actually destroyed 2 consoles because I was very careless. And only with the third one, finally I modded it and can play any backup I want to. By the way, they have letter on the desk. Why we were not able to read it? Still, the window is open, so we cannot still search it. That's it. They say that you must come back another time, but which time? Okay, yet again. You must go somewhere. And I don't know where. Head left towards the atrium, let's go to the Link's quarters. Hello here, Figaro. By the way, I didn't check, did you finally finish Resident Evil 0 or not? Because I believe there's almost nothing left in the game. You should end it already. What's going on? Suddenly, a blood cordon screech. Wait a second, scratch through the darkness. Scared stiff at the deafening sound, I look up to see 2 gigantic, muddy red eyeballs staring straight at me. It's a griffin. You beat it! It's very awesome, so now you can start Resident Evil 1, and maybe I suggest you to start playing as Chris and for your first playthrough, because it's more connected to Resident Evil 0 rather than Jill's playthrough. But the problem is that Jill's chapter is much easier. Try Chris. Try it. It shouldn't be hard. Okay, before I can even unsteal my knife, it starts to flap its wings violently, conjuring a tremendous gust of wind. No, it must be a remake, Resident Evil 1 remake, obviously. Not the original. I was talking about it. I'm knocking clear off my feet, banging my head up against the wall. Search, you okay? Because original, it's super easy. I believe it's easier than remake. My body aches from head to toe. I struggle to ignore the pain as I hastily get back up. Okay, I'm going to fight here, because actually Kid last time said that you are not fighting at all. I bend down to grab my knife. As I stand back up with it in my hand, I suddenly realize the griffin has already cornered me off. I stand no less than a few feet in front of me. Its enraged red eyes glowing like amber. I didn't know that Bill and Rebecca don't show up against... No. Billy will not. Rebecca is. She will show up in the next game, in the next remake. Immediately. The next remake, and she is right in here. If you didn't... Maybe it's a spoiler for you, but she is. So you're wrong. That's why I told you to play Resident Evil 0, because you start on Resident Evil 1 remake and she's inside it. What I'm going to do now? Jump out the way? Ram it? What is ram it? Anyway, I start sprinting towards the griffin, hoping to bash it with all my weight. It snaps at me as I come close. wanted nothing less than my head in its beak. Catches only air, however. Trying to break free of what Fearless is engaged, I must attack, obviously. Quickly swifting my knife to a backhand grip, I swing at the griffin's neck with all my rage. I send my knife arcing through the air, hoping to connect with raw flesh. It drills back in pain. I back away as I watch the blood start to gush from its wound. "Don't move, Serge!" I heard it not shout. Suddenly, she walls over my shoulders from behind. Alright, she's landed a powerful jump kick on the side of the griffin's neck. Its head snaps backwards, letting loose a terrifying howl. Madly rumbling around, the griffin fairly gaze suddenly zeroes in on me, angrier than ever. What am I going to do now? Hit the deck. Before I realize what's going on, the griffin snaps at me with its huge beak. The griffin bores a huge crevice in— Wait a second, I'm doing wrong. Put some pressure on the one, trying to think of how I can take a piece out of this overgrown bird. Oh, I don't know. Okay, we're going to attack again. Quickly switching my knife to backhand grip, I swing at the griffin's neck with all my rage again. Look at me, Mormon. I'm not— What? What are you trying to say? I'm looking at you. You're now broadcasting this channel? How is it happening? You want to say that you use this griffin? It's going to die right now. Okay. I hope you are. Or what will the LSD adventure trip? The griffin starts to slowly move in on me, one step at a time. Then suddenly it stops. With a blank look in its eyes, it stumbles a bit and comes crashing to the ground. It's a huge thud. LCD. Wait, LSD. Okay, I won. I won this time. Kneeling down, I rest for a minute to tend to my wounds. Hey, no listen. You're not that bad, mate. I've seen worse hangovers than how you look right now. I wish I had her determination after I finish applying my bandages. I get up, hoping I'll be okay. I can't start to give up now, but boy, these cuts are really starting to hurt. You got a scene or two to learn, but you're getting there, mate. Kit's mischievous eyes sparkled as I glanced at her for a moment in the dim moonlight. I set off down the corridor with her, ready for what's next. What's next? What's next? Next you must go to some door and saved. Obviously, right here. Saving right away. Already playing almost 2 hours, so one more. And that will be end for the day, because what's going on? We are not doing any progress in the game. I wonder why. I'm sorry, but who closed the mirror again? It's quarters. I sure hope that Key is in here some— Oh, by the way, yeah. So Key must be here. Bet that mirror could tell us where it is, Kid says, removing its large silk claws. So some progress. The dark mirror looms before us like a still lake on a moonless evening. What's going on? Thank you, King, and see you next time. Good night. By the way, don't you want to play it yourself? Because every single invitation is unique here. As I know, all the events here are random, despite that the first ending same like for Chrono Trigger you'll get some good ending. You can kill the boss right away. Only after first playthrough you can get other endings. There's around maybe 11 of them. Maybe 7, anyway, a lot. Obviously I'm going to get the first one and maybe any second. Because it will be really fast. After we explore everything will be unlocked. So we can ask about links, or ask where the treasure world key is, or ask about kids' measurements? What? Interesting. Anyway, we must find out the key. Or we can... No, seriously, if we ask for the key, it will actually continue the plot. But what about kids' measurements? Kids' measurements burst out of my mouth with a big smile. I duck out of the way as kid begins to slap and punch me, desperately trying to keep my eyes on the mirror. Suddenly, its surface begins to ripple. Could it really know this much? Boys, this is going to be good! Slowly, numbers start to form on the dark surface. 66, 59. What is 59? 59? 66, 5 and 9? What kind of measurements are those? Momentarily catching her attention, Kit also stares at the numbers, scratching her head. After a moment, Majels offers a simple answer in an alphabetic monotones: height, shoe size, and ring size. Oh, I see. What? Oh man, what a gap. Excuse me, Miss Venus, madam. However, the mirror has already returned to its normal appearance, reflecting nothing but the ugly room back at me. The spirit has apparently migrated to another mirror, Majel says. Really? It can do that? No. Laughing at my misfortune, Kit asks, "Oh, come on! What more could a guy ask for than to know the great kid's ring size? So which did you want to buy me, Serge? Clothes, shoes, or jewelry?" Me and my big mouse. Okay, can we re-enter this room right away? Because we definitely need a key and I want to ask about the links. Just links without them. Let's see. Head back. Or maybe it's... I don't know. You know, you can enter it and they say that's nothing here, go back. Wasting of time. Okay, here we go again. Okay, I'm going to ask about links. What's going on in Sun Link's mind right now? I ask as my curious momentarily overcomes my fear. The surface of the mirror ripples gently before fading into darkness. Before long, a sentence of white text begins to materialize. Kid asked personally, staring at the text. Was "be so kind and find him by yourself" supposed to mean? That's your answer? You dumb mirror! You just want a good smash, don't you? She says, stepping towards it. However, the mirror's clarity begins to fade, and all of the remaining text becomes too foggy to be read. It shakes the mirror in anger, but the mirror seems to have lost its vision. The spirit has transformed itself to another mirror, and we must re-enter the room, isn't it? Well, kid size, ring size shoes might be good to us, but these links, Answer was definitely useless. Head back, of course. Go into the room. Okay, here we go again. I hope the last time. Okay, we want to know where the treasure vault key is. If you know where the key to the treasure vault is, could you please tell us? The mirror surface begins to ripple. The whirling smoke soon takes shape into a picture of a large room, decorated with rows and rows of books. Okay, it's library. It's a beautiful womanly voice. The mirror responds in a beautiful. The key you seek, as you see before you, rest within this room. Towards the rear of this great sanctuary of knowledge, within a large purple book, you'll find the item you so desire. The image slowly fades and returns to a normal reflection. The spirit has apparently moved to another mirror. Okay, we must go back to the library. But I wonder, what if we try to enter the stepdaughter's room? If there will be something... Uh-oh. Then suddenly a faint whisper reached my ears. Be careful. They know what? What are you going? Whose voice was that? It wasn't any of ours. The mirror. It wouldn't double cross us, would it? Kid heads out the door, bolting down the corridor. Frantically chase after you, easily as eager as she is. Who and what? I don't know. So there might be some new event in this room, or maybe not. Anyway, I'm going to enter and check it. Okay, text seems the same. You'll tell us about some later, isn't it? Yeah. Looks like the window is open. So this means we cannot search it. Well, they say that we must go back here another time, so we'll do this. All of a sudden a chilly wind blows past me. I cannot say, so this means it's a fight. Not only that, but also I think... Okay, it's poltergeist again. Yeah, I remember the last time I hid behind the module, so I will do this one more time. Maybe not. Last time we did it wrong. Let's see. This one. I reached for my knife, trying to put on my game face. With my weapon extended out in front of me, I focus my attention on the tip of the blade. Suddenly, an icy chill blows through me. The temperature seems to be dropping at an alarming rate. Cold. I start sure more and more. I realize my knife isn't going to do me a bit of good against this sin's magic. So cold. So this was a terrible choice. It feels as so that I could tip over and shatter into 1,000 pieces. Search, come on! Wait, snap out of it! The sound kid's voice pushes into my consciousness like a hot knife through butter. However, I quickly start to lose it once again. She runs to my side and I start to tumble over. With my last few bits of energy, I open my eyes and see Major letting loose some sort of spell, taking towards the poltergeist. We did it! Look, all this time it was this! Oh no, now I know how to fight this. But maybe it also was random? Serge, hey Serge, are you still with us? I heard as I released someone slapping me over and over. Kid, I shout, gradually getting up. Search, I thought. It's under for that long and all. Whoa. She seems concerned, almost really distraught. How long was I under? But they, no loss. You're back, good as new. Well, I don't know if I'd say that, but. Kneeling down, I rest for a minute to tend to my wounds. Hey, no reason. You're not that bad, mate. I've seen worse and worse. Okay, it's the same. You got a scene or two to learn, but you're getting them, mate. So now it's a very good encounter. So we can place the kid, just kid. If we fight rather than hide behind Magus or Module here, or else. Okay, so we know where the key is. A library. A library is atrium, right? Staircase on the left. Stone archway, no need right now, because there will be a mouse of truth. Take the stairs. Now we must go towards the study, right? Anyway, I'm going to save because there might be another random fight. Towards the study. Let's try. We head down the path after a while dance stained wooden door. This is the study, I think. Go in. Yes. Here we are. Again. Okay, time to find that key. Kid says as she steps into the center of the room, surrounded by row after row of books. Where did this crazy mirror say we could find it? Hey, Serge, pay attention when I'm talking to you! It was some purple book, isn't it? I thought you remember which one it was. So, which it is? The blue book in the front, the red book in the front, the purple book. We have green, blue, red, another purple and... Wait a second, I don't know purple in front or purple in back. But might be it's purple book in back. Might be. Let's try this one. I'm pretty sure it's that purple book over here. I think. Which one? Oh, I see it. Kid pulls out a purple book towards the bottom of the shelves. I watch closely as she opens it up. Flipping through the page, suddenly an old brass key falls out of the book, hitting the ground with a clunk. Alright, the key! Throwing the book aside, Kid bends down and grabs the key. Her eyes light up as she stares at it in her hands. We race out of the study, eager to see what awaits us in the vault. Marshall follows behind a moment later, after returning the book to the shelf. Right. He's very clever. Much better than he was in Chrono Trigger. Okay, we must go to the terrace and next... back. Obviously not the ballroom, so head towards the terrace. Ahead of me, I heard Kid come to a sudden stop. What's wrong? I ask in a whisper. I look over, only to see Kid pointing down the dark hallway. Pointing my eyes, I try to look for something. After a while, I start to see some sort of a white mass. A ways ahead of us. Should I save here? I cannot save, this means it will be a fight. Okay. What is it? I ask, readying my knife. And then, as if reacting to my voice, it starts to quickly scurry towards us, growing taller and taller as it approaches. It's a skeleton! Quick! What will do? Ram it? Examine it? Let's examine it. Noticing me staring at it, the magnet skeleton stares down at me. Its blazing red eyes striking fear into my heart. And without a face, it harbors an unquestionably evil aura. Staring into its two deep eye sockets, a feeling of dread starts to creep its way into me. Then suddenly, the skeleton starts to rush me. I scream, shutting my eyes as I'm pushed up against the wall. As I open my eyes, all I can see are ribs. The skeleton has sandwiched me between it and the wall and is trying to literally bite into me. I immediately start to flare my arms, trying desperately to get the awful thing off of me. I managed to knock the skeleton away with a lucky punch. A set of bones stumble back into the floor. However, I don't see the skull anywhere. Serge! Above you! No, the skull has climbed down into my heart. What I'm going to do? Rip my hood off, start crying like a... Let's rip it. I eventually grab my hood, but all I succeed is doing is provoking the skull to biting at my fingertips. Amidst the confusion, Majel suddenly calls out, "Serge! Don't move a muscle!" All of a sudden, Majel sends a bolt of light, striking out, partially above my head, where the skull is. It instantly explodes, sending fragments of the skull into my hands and head. I feel dizzy. I fall over dazed. However, luckily enough, the moment the skull had shattered, the remains of the skeleton had fallen limp. It's now nothing more than a lifeless heap of bones. And I believe Kid will not be happy with this. Majel, Serge, for your own safety, next time I say stand still, please do so. My magic would have vaporized the skull instead of shatter it if you had not stirred so much. No matter, it's over with, Kid adds. Let's go. I think it's a natural outcome. Ouch, my body is screaming at me from all my cuts and brushes, and I'm a mess upstairs, too. I don't know how much more of this I can handle. I really need to watch myself from here on out. This means we can die next fight. You got a thing or two to learn, but you're getting there, mate. Hey, hang on a second. What's this thing? I asked Spontaneous. Oh no, small patch over the corner. I cannot save, it's another fight! I bend down and pick it up, opening it. Our eyes widen as I take out a small gem. What? Look at that, Kid explains. Your eyes white as melons. Good eye, Serge. Whoa, he's saying something nice about me. He's sure nice for a change. Seeing his smile brings twice as big of a grin to my face. Okay, we're good. No fight. We're going to continue on through the passageway. We are going not inside the clock tower. We keep going down the hallway, right? And here we can use the key, isn't it? There better be treasure here. Go inside. It's better open now, said Kid, putting the key we found into the lock. As the lock clicks, we suddenly showed in all colors of light. Must have been an enchanted lock. Whatever on the other side of this door gotta be good. And should I save right away? 1 second, please. Let me to this slot. 2 hours. The heavy doors open slowly. Inside the room, I gasped at the awesome spectacle laid out before our eyes. It's definitely a vault. Despite the spurt's light, a brimming mountain of silver, gold, and other precious looking artifacts shimmer and twinkle throughout this huge treasure vault. He's almost drooling at the sight. But to be fair, a sight like this would captive most people. Enormous heaps of riches are piled before our eyes, in a amount most people will probably never see in their entire lives. It looks to be authentic. Remember, our goal is the flame. Do not waste time with frivolities, says Major flatly. Jeez, I told you, I know. Regardless of Major's smartness, he can't help but be taken aback. She goes at the room's contents in awe until... Hey, what's that? It's a bag on the pedestal. The palm-sized gel. Or is a pale crimson light, resting patiently behind the other treasures. It looks as though it's a roaring flame that somehow been frozen in time. You found it already? You understand? That's right. That is it. The frozen flame. As Masha glides over towards the pedestal, I nervously call out. Come on, take it before someone releases via here, or be careful, we can't afford falling in a trap. Obviously be careful. Oh, I have no water anymore. I'm going to grab some more water. So be right back, really quick. Okay. So, we must be careful, isn't it? Fine, Kid frustratedly says, glancing back at the door. Just remember, we're short on time. After instigating the pedestal for a little while, Serge was correct. It does seem to be trapped. Major steps back, mumbling something in a low voice while placing his hand near the base of the pedestal. And by the way, here it is. I switch back to the chat. Slowly, an inspiration begins to emerge on its surface, shining brightly for a moment. It should be disarmed now, he says, before cautiously lifting the scarlet gel from the pedestal. Search party got the frozen flame. So now we must go back or what? Phew, we did it! With a sigh of relief, I turned towards Major. He's looking intently at the flame. Way to go, Major! Alright, let's... Suddenly the gem shattered into 1,000 pieces in Major's hand! It's a fake! Indeed, that fiend Lynx would never have left the real flame in a place like this. Kinda obvious, isn't it? Damn. Suddenly, an alarm bell rings out, the room lights up, and a heavy metal bursts fall in front of the door. Our only exit is blocked. I look around, only to see Kid holding a fancy crow, suddenly releasing. watches. Wait a second, it was Kid all this time. No way. But search party got the golden crown. Interesting. That that why that didn't go? I say to myself. Suddenly, out of the corners of the room, four mechanical birds suddenly come to life. Intruder alert! Intruder alert! The light metallic screeching only adds to my uneasiness. It doesn't look like it will open, says Marshall, shaking the iron birds in front of the door. But before Marshall can even finish his sentence, we start to hear deep, snarling voices somewhere outside the room. Which way is it coming from? A heavy voice asks. Sounds like the treasure vault alarm to me. The voices continues to get louder and louder as we stand motionless inside the room. We silently gawk at each other, hoping any one of us will have some sort of fun. Kid hides herself under a mountain of gold coins. Quick, hide, mate! I fascinately look around the room. There, on the far corner, there's an empty treasure chest behind a post. I dash over towards it, climb in, and close the lid. What about Magus? Looks like there's no one here, boss. That's strange. No one's ever been able to escape this old scene. Softly opening the lid of the chest, I take a peek outside through the small crack and see 5 goblins, bedecked in armor, having unlocked the iron bars and standing just a few feet from me. They look around the room restlessly, peeking into the shadows. Eventually, one of them raises his head to speak. Maybe a rat set it off. The cook was complaining about rats just the other day. Rats? Are you trying to tell me a rat set off the trap? Fat Goblin questions the other with doubtful face. And with that, squeak, squeak, squeak comes from the corner over by where Kid's hiding. Taken aback, the goblins stop moving and look at each other. After a little while, the chief slowly strokes his chin and says, "No, actually, wasn't it stray cats that the cook was complaining about?" "Oh no, Kid." "Wait a second, it was obviously a trap. You must stay still." What was this? Meow, meow. Oh, nya, nya, comes the voice a second time. Again, the goblins glance at each other. "Oh, that's strange. What I had was that it was a vicious Hakron that raided the pantry, I think." Not a peep this time. I can only picture Kid racking her brain, trying to think of what a Hakron sounds like. "Just as I thought, a thief," says one of the guards. But just as they start to approach, he oh well then, it's certainly a Hakron. It's out of the... Wait a second! So the goblins are really stupid. One of them says, exchanging a smile with the others. "Oh, that's pretty frightening then. Come on, let's get out of here." The pack begins to file out of the treasure vault. But then, suddenly, the goblins all spring on the pile of gold. Now they're actually clever. "Well, what do we have there? Here? Hey! Get your hands off me, you slimy freaks!" Kid says, struggling to break free. "Slimy? A thief like yourself isn't in much of a position to criticize," one of them hollers at her. Kicking herself free of their grasp, Kid inches back into the corner of the room. The goblin starts to corner her off, laughing to themselves. I quietly sneak out of my hiding place and what? Unsets my knife. Taking on an entire troop of armed goblins is a lost cause, even for kid. What should I do? Frankly, I'm wondering I'll go to save her. It's myself. Obviously, we're going to save her. Yeah, I can't abandon my friends, especially at a time like this. Grabbing my knife tightly, I charged into the center of the room, shouting, "Hey, you stupid, who? Ops?" Very hard to read on this background. They all turn around, staring at me, blanking for a moment, before their expression turned to rage. "You just came out here to die, didn't you, little man?" Gulp. "You really want us to trample over your head that badly? Well, I suppose we can accommodate you," the goblin boss says, giving a deep laugh. Without a moment hesitation, Kid shouts back, "Don't think you can easily pick a fight with the likes of the great Kid and get away with it." Wait a minute, so you're... What? Which one? Conclusive anyway, Kid, the boss asks, and his eyes softly narrow. "How sweet this is. Perhaps I derail your head to Lord Lynx. He'll give me a nice reward." The boss goblin takes its morning star from its side. The huge iron ball jangles down to the floor. "Please don't confuse us with just any ordinary goblins. Striking fear into the hearts of men everywhere, we are Lynx's elite security force, the fearsome, magical Gobbler team." If you got time to shout off such nonsense, they should have got enough time to get your arses kicked. His shouts exploded with a fierce roundhouse kick. Okay, here this will be a fight, and we must react very fast. Obviously, attacking. The woman tilts and struggles, dazed by the brunt of her attack. "Let's get them, boys. Start with that little dwarf over there." Little balls begin to swing around, swooshing through the air with deadly speed. Jet gobbler attack. Sliding across the floor like the wind, the goblins immediately rush us. Looking up, and I see is a goblin coming to me. Okay, parry. Usually parrying the goblin's attack, I try to launch with my knife. With a mouse, I slice into the goblin's side. It lets loose a garland scream of pain as its portrait face contorts in agony. Kid comes to my aid, delivering a lightning quick strike to one of the goblins. "What's the matter, huh? Where are your magical goblin skills now?" Or whatever you call it. And by the way, I really think this game is a little bit loud. By the way, it's a dark... Yeah, by the way, as I can see, dark background is really dark here. At least on my phone. I keep constantly checking the stream and I make it a little bit... Right now it's 69%. Maybe I set it to 65. What do you think? 64. Wait a second, can I set it to 65? 1 second please, I'm very sorry. Okay, 64. Maybe it will be a little bit better. At the same time, yeah, 64. I'm very sorry for doing this setup in the middle of stream. I will a little bit make it less loud on my side. 1 second. And next I must check on the sound on stream. So 1 2 3 4 5 testing, checking it right now. I believe it's much better than it was. So chat is working, everything is working. Let's continue. By the way, I really want to place my phone somewhere like here, because really, this chat sometimes is not working. The goblins can't help but collapse into the floor in pain. He boots it in the jaw before backing away for her next attack. Quite screwing around, Serge. Keep an eye on your own trouble. Another huge iron ball reaches through the air, swinging down towards me, while rolling dodge on it. As quickly as I can, I roll over and try to dodge the attack. Yes! The iron ball smashes into the floor, sending sparks flying everywhere. It misses me by a hair's breadth. I frantically scramble away from the weapon. Looking up, and I see the goblin. Let's dodge this time. Critical ball rams. Oh no. Dodge is no good. It rams into my shoulder, throwing me off balance. Sitting in pain, I'm barely able to lift my head in preparation for the next attack. Goodbye. Come on, let's have some more fun. Beside me, an arrow of light jumps out from Magel's fingertips, instantly polarizing the goblin. By the way, where Magel was hiding. The goblin drops to the ground, half vaporized. Magel stares at it with his ever-present eyes of steel as his dark cape flaps in the breeze. Another huge iron ball. Rams the bastard. I've got to think of a better strategy than just standing around. I quickly put my weight into the goblin, trying to force it off balance. I'm faced, the goblin moves only a little as— oh no, we lost it. As I collide with it, I have a bump off and tumble into the ground. Oh, scream, as the goblin kicks me in the ribs. Gosh, no. Oh no, it's red! The bull begins to tickle my head. Everything quickly becomes farther and farther away. So begin my— I lost the fight! I lost the fight! Wonderful! Wonderful! And here I died again. Okay, alright. We still have time. I think I'll finish exactly 30 minutes. Load. So I'm going to skip all this text. We'll do the same, we'll set the trap. Skipping, come on. Can I hit start to skip it? No, obviously not. He must put the save file as much as possible to before this battle. Okay, here it is. Javel. Obviously fake. Fake frozen flame. We're going to be careful. Okay, maybe right now I can save, maybe on the next screen. Right now. Yes, I was good. Now we can get this crown. I wasn't sure that the fake stone disappeared from our inventory. So we cannot simply fight here recklessly, we must dodge all the time. Or parry. still can save, by the way. Let's do another save. Because we remember that Kit actually tried to pretend that she's a red, but seriously, why is she so stupid? It was obvious trap. The obvious one. Okay, right. Oh, actually it was Stray Cat. Okay, let's save one more time. Here it is. He's going to fight. I still can't save. Very strange. Come on, so many text. Obviously I've got to save here, and I still can save. So we are still doing this. Yeah, I've got to save here, obviously. And here it is. Still not the fight. Come on. Okay, finally. No? Saving one more time. Okay, now. So last time I was good in what? In parrying it? I don't remember. Parry. Yeah, we did it. How much on starts the black wind spell? It's like it's different text, but it doesn't matter. Roll over and dodge it, obviously. But he kick us. I suddenly see a dark shadow cause the ground in front of me. Fearfully looking up, a huge goblin towards the red there. Okay. Die, the goblin grows, swinging his weapon down. No, I won't go that easy. It is. Kid comes to my aid, delivering a light quick strike to one of the goblins. What's the matter, huh? I see your magical gobbler skills now, whatever you call it. The goblin can't help but collapse into the floor in pain. His boots. Okay, I remember this. And here was the moment where I lost, isn't it? It's very close. Parry again, maybe. When I appearance the goblin's attack, I try to launch with my knife. However, before I can do anything, the goblin stabs me in the stick arm and smash me as hard as can into the floor. Are you kidding me? Wait a second, I lost again? I can't believe this, I lost again. Wait a second, that was different. Different choices. How should I know which one will help me to win? Okay, I cannot reach the loading screen. But obviously we'll finish this fight. I cannot die here. Load it, load it. Come on. It is. One more time. So the first outcome like parry was okay, so the next time we can see this, I will select the dodge. Or what? Everything looks so random to me. I don't believe that actually you can so easily die in game. I don't remember this. I played it once, but it was years ago. Parry. Let's see. Wait a second, now parry is not working. Look at this. Hell, before I can do anything, the goblin snatched me up with its thick arm and smashed me as hard as it can into the... What's going on here? Okay, Major again. He helped us. Alright. But next attack we will die. Roll over and dodge it. So, as quickly as I can, I roll over and try to dodge the attack. Yes! This time it's good. Okay, another dodge. I feel the gust of wind from the metal ball as it closely grasps by me. Somehow managed to dodge safely. Good. However, I fall off balance and hit the ground with a thud. It comes to my aid, delivering a light quick strike to one of the goblins. What's the matter, huh? My magical goblin skills are now, okay. So Magel and Kid helped us. So next time we must do something. Let's roll over and dodge it again. However, no. Are you kidding me? Last time, well, first time when I played, I select to ram this goblin and I died. Any outcome is bad. And first time, oh, seriously, I need a quick save or something. Maybe this SNES has a quick save, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe not. But seriously, what is this fight? Why it's so hard? Again? We're going to do this, no matter what. Hardest fight in the game. The hardest one. Why? Okay, so let's like dodge. Somehow managed to dodge safely. And Magel helps us again, so when we failed actually one of them is helped, so we can fail only twice. Okay, another one. Who rams the bastard? I've got to think a better strategy, okay? Last time we lost here. With my teeth, I bite my head against the goblin's face. My head feels like it's been hit by a hammer. However, as I open my eyes, I see that the goblins in a lot worse shape. Okay, it was good shape than I am. It falls backwards in a daze. Its mouth's a bloody mess. My heart feels like it's on fire. I take a second to regain my wits. Suddenly, an arrow of light jumps out from the magic fingerprints again. Oh, good, we are good. Okay, another goblin. Parry this time. I try to launch with my knife. However, okay, we lost again. But what's going on here? I can't believe this. How can I win? Why it's so hard? I don't know what is the pattern, but looks like we are doing just random stuff. Obviously, if I didn't get any damage in previous fights, it will be much easier to play here. And it's possible to heal sometimes, like this woman healed us, and we ate raisins, kids' raisins. Special Russian. But what to do right now? It's not possible to heal. One more time. Okay, let's play a game. Let's see. Hurricane! Look, don't know. Can we reset it right now? No, it's not possible. Ram the bastard. Okay, this time it's good. What? I still lost. Okay. I don't understand this. I lost again. Okay, let's select the first dodge and the second time also dodge. This time. This battle is hard. It's really hard. By the way, I can save one more time on this screen. And even on this one. But I believe it's not possible to save here. Yeah, it's not possible anymore. So this was the last screen. Dodge. So we managed to dodge it. We good, so we must dodge this time. Another dodge. However, we did not dodge it. So just luck. Okay. Measure again helped us. Now, let's dodge again. Wonderful! I select dodge. We were good. Second time I select dodge again and we were bad. And dodge third time. Maybe you must select all the time different outcomes. Okay, this time it will be dodge. Next, the second one. There must be some pattern, we just don't pay attention to it. So if the first one is good, you must select the second one. The second is good, the first one. If the and opposite, if the first one was bad, so the second time will be first one more time. That's what I'm thinking. There must be a pattern. It must be. It should exist. Okay, dodge. We managed, so this time it will be the second choice. Maybe it's something somehow depends on this text. So I'm going to ram you. Wait a second. Wait a second, I lost this time! I don't know what to do. This is the hardest fight so far. I have no idea how to win here. Obviously, somehow after several tries we will win. So now I died immediately. Okay, one more time. I will select the first and the second. So after the first one, it was Major who saved us. So if it's Major, we must select the first. Maybe it's working like this. Maybe it depends on the text in the game. Okay, I'm going to dodge. And we lost immediately! Okay, module. This means we must select the first one. Roll over and dodge it. No! And we lost one more time. I don't understand what's going on here. Oh no, I hate this. I really hate this. Just because I have not a good HP, we are losing now. Maybe I must reset all the battles when we are getting damage. Next. Or what? But, okay, this fight will finish it, and we'll continue tomorrow. I hope all the saves will work. I just hope. Parry. We did it. We're good. Now it's Kid comes to my aid. So what should I select now? Let's dodge it. No, we lost. But we're still good. Or not. Yeah, we're still good. The next wrong attack and we are doomed. Okay, now maybe dodge now. I don't know why. Why game? Why so cruel to me? No, seriously, why? All this time we have only 3 actions, and I'm losing 2 of them, or even 2 in a row from the very beginning. Must get damage only once, not twice. And they will obviously be a first choice or something, isn't it? Maybe it's just 5 in a row. Oh, I don't know. I will select parry right now. This. We did it right. Okay, let's roll and dodge it again. Yes! We are lucky. It's very sad that I cannot save right now. Dodge. Good boy, come on, let's have some more fun. Beside me, okay, it's module again. Okay, we got some damage, looks like. But we're still good. Let's ram the bastard. And looks like we're still good. Parry. We did it again. Wait a second, we are good. Maybe we can win. Come on, it must be done already. Long life, Lordlings. Glory to the magical gobblers. Says the last. Okay, it's the last of the goblin as it comes crashing to the ground in a bloody mess. Phew! That's the last of them. We did it! We did it. Maybe I spent another 20 minutes on this, as it was fast. Easy, easy, says Kids, whipping some sweat off her brow. Right now we have like 1 HP. Next attack will be a dead. Serge, you goof. I can take care of myself. But thanks, mate, she says, cracking a smile. Your face hits me like a glimmering beam of light, cleansing my darkness and filling me with joy. I'll never forget what you did back here, there, even if I never see you again after tonight. We must be on our way, Major says. There's no way of knowing who else knows we are here now. I know, that bastard's causing us too much trouble. I said they were Link's personal guards, huh? They might have some valuable stuff on them, but before she even finished speaking, Kid starts to search through the head goblin's clothes. And by the way, let's save here. Let's save. It was very hard. Sheesh, there's really no need to be such a scavenger. Hey, what's this? She says, removing a small metal object from the goblin's pocket. It's a hand-shaped medallion of some sort, carved in archaic-looking symbols. Maybe we need it for the Mouse of Truth or what? It's a key, Mitchell says, walking over towards us. This marking suggested unlocks a certain magical seal. Whoa! Well, zero loss, says Kit, casually putting the plate in her pocket. Damn it, they don't have any other good stuff. Cheap goblins. She stands up and looks around, sighing. Sighing. It'll be a waste to leave all this loot behind, so we can always come back for it later, Kid. Kid turns around and grins. Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's go. The night won't last forever. I don't know how for you, but in summer, darkness is like 5 hours in total. It's very short. On the Tesha vault, paths extend to the left and right. Okay, we must go to the terrace or use the stairs, and on top was a trap. It was a dead end, but let's check it one more time. I wonder. Maybe something changed, yeah? I'm going to save right here because we can obviously lose if the trap will be activated second time. You wanna go in there again? Are you serious? Then suddenly, in a quiet voice, as though she's afraid Asa will hear, she asks, "You're not a masochist or something, are you?" We skid Linden's way with the sensor stairs. Okay. So there's nothing we can do. There's no need to go to this door. Let's go to the terrace. What was inside this door? Library. Let's go to the terrace. Proceed. Uh, what was in the ballroom? Nothing. Same for study. So take the stairs. I want to check this mouse. Um, it was Archway on the left, isn't it? Are you serious? There's no way in hell I'm going back there to be eaten alive. Yeah, losing a leg or two wouldn't do a thing for your girlish figure. Having stopped before the atrium, we once again come to the ominous mouth of truth. This one. Maybe there's something we didn't try before. Kid says taking out her personal effects and holding them out at me. By the way, how long is the stream? It's already 3 hours. Spending too much time on it. Me again. Kid smiles at me innocently. Admits my hesitation. I reach for one of your accessories. So, Zero Mirror No, File, Centipede, Lipstick, Special Racing, Fishing Line, Huge Explosion, Laser Scroll, and Hand-Shaped Plate. I said it was medallion, okay, maybe this one. I take the hand-shaped plate, it's strange, contorted symbols give me a headache. Just by looking at them, nervously I reach in and place it onto the tongue. It's a perfect fit! Sliding it into place, I quickly remove my hand and back away a few steps. The huge white eyes start moving around slowly, and a slight vibration can be felt from behind the wall. Something happening, something big. I just wish I knew whether it's good or bad. An odd sound escapes from the mouth of truth as its eyes continue to roll. I want to make a run for it. However, I look over and see the ever fearless expression in Kid's eyes and stay my ground. Oh, Suddenly, the marble sculpture stops moving. I stare at it, wondering what's going on. Then its tongue starts to roll around inside its mouth, while its eyes tilt farther and farther upwards until its pupils, I don't know, disappears underneath its eyelids. Pupils? Seriously, I don't know how to pronounce this word. You hear the blade sliding down its throat, vanishing into the deep, dark depths of the machine. Oh, mansion! What's happening? Apparently, appears being such as this way roll its eyes from time to time. The simple fact that Module tried to make a joke just makes me stop and forget who I am for a second. All that's gonna happen and you're gonna lose another one of my scenes. I could have got a lot of cash for that, Kid says regardably. Suddenly, or by the atrium, we start to have some sort of a latch being opened, and then, moments later, the sound of water draining echoes through the corridor. Taking a few steps towards the atrium, I see the red water has formed into a whirlpool and slowing down the pond. The piranhas are being washed away. What's the matter? Little fishes, not enough water? Playing time over, you nasty burgers. Come on, I'm dying to see what's past that fountain. Okay, new pass unlocked. Okay, having crossed through the atrium, eventually we come to a split in the pass. Wait a second, so this is a new one? Right or left? Same as usual. First of all, left. After a bit of walking, we come to an old-looking door with a brass handle. Damn it! Another locked door! I don't get it! There's no smell of gold of nothing. This leads to Weapon Runner's catacombs, says Majel, hesitantly. He's right. Standing here in silence, I realize there's a faint scent of death on the air. And then, putting my ear to the door, I start to hear deep, tortured moans from far beyond. I jump back, looking at the door. Oh, let's try someone else. Somewhere else. Heading away from the catacombs, we'll eventually come to a split. Okay, turning right heads back to the atrium, while ahead of us I can see nothing but a dark, stone corridor leading off into darkness. Right, it's atrium, no need. Turn around, no need, so keep on going forward. After a little ways down the passageway, we come to a descending staircase. So it's deeper to the basement? Wait a second, maybe we were on the first floor here. I don't think that Lynx is living in the basement. Looks like we started on terrace, and terrace was actually the second floor. Anyway, now it's definitely will be a basement. Let's take it. We slowly walk down the stairs, taking us deep below ground. It's as thought we are descending farther and farther into endless abyss. Maybe there will be a fight I will save. Obviously I must end right now, but let's check. Once we reach the bottom, we come to another split. You can go left or right, but both paths looks equally dismal. Okay, only two paths that we didn't check. We're going left. After a little ways, we are presented with a sturdy set of doors. A wooden plug has been hung above the door frame. Only one word is written on it: Armory. Sounds good. Armory. The key to the catacombs has gotta be in here. Here? It places your ear on the door. Not a beep. Go in. Someone is here, however. And I think might be this will be all for today. Obviously we'll read this. With a book in hand, a single goblin sits in a chair, humming to itself. A sweet aroma fills the room, presumably from the teacup sitting on the table before it. Obviously it's not a bad goblin, it will be a friendly, but we'll continue tomorrow. Actually, I thought that you can finish this game in 3 hours, but maybe because I'm reading everything, it's very slow. Tomorrow, I will try to finish it. It shouldn't be very long. Okay, let's save. I'll start earlier tomorrow. I will try, because it will be first day on the project, so maybe there will be nothing to do. And I just hope that save file will work. Because on emulators, as I read about this translation, it was not working, because this game was never released on game cartridge. It was downloaded from the satellite network. Okay, saved. So that is it. That's the game. By the way, I must say that Super Famicom gamepads cable is so short, this is the maximum from the floor to here. I cannot place it on the table here or there. It's very easy to make it fall down. For Super Nintendo, for America, this cable is super long. You can place it this gamepad everywhere. I don't understand. Well, I understand that in Japan this culture that they sit on the floor in front of TV, but it's not for me, and maybe they have very small TVs, that's why they're very close. Anyway, that was the game, and I obviously continue tomorrow. can we rate somebody? We have only 2 viewers, so actually, yeah, that's Mr. Gun and Watch playing Dark Souls Randomizer. So I'm going to rate him. He's the only one who I know is streaming right now. So it will be obviously him. Rate channel. Rate him. Start the rate. And see you obviously next time. Tomorrow. So see ya. Bye.